Coming to you live from Camp Purgatory. Today is Sunday, August 7th. I'm just going to do some general filming right now. Not going to be doing a face or doing too much moving around. We're actually going to go have a seat right here at the edge. And we can look at what I always look at. The same view. I actually like to come right around here. This is where I sit. And we got little Isabella having a little nap there. Table with some tea going. There's not much happened this week. I'm going to talk about it. It's all verbal. Not much to show you as far as physical. One thing I have done since last weekend is I have mounted up here the center pole. I know this comes very slowly, one piece at a time, but pretty much the outside shelter is done unless I wanted to put a permanent roof on it. I do have some plans to make some kind of a kitchen area. Maybe potentially find a spot over here, or over here. But I haven't been able to make up my mind. I have a little sink inside that I just kind of want to put to some use. There's Samantha. Sam. Good girl. Yeah, you're beautiful. So I'm actually going to sit right here. It's not where I normally sit, but whatever. Kind of hold it steady. Most of my videos, well, I've only done 2 so far. One was about 18 minutes. The other one was about 30. So this one's going to be a little bit shorter. I've looked at my phone. I don't have an incredible amount of room on it, so if I want to capture a video every Sunday, it's going to have to be around the 5 to 10 minute mark maximum. Like I said, I don't know how much I have to say today. This week has kind of been a bit of a shit show. Last Saturday, I had a meltdown. I really wanted to just get out of here. Well, part of the reason for that is that Garmin that I have. My mom sends me messages like she's thinking about me, or she misses me, or she just wants me to know that I'm loved and all that. So as you can maybe hear in my voice, that gets me going a little bit. Not to be too repetitive, because I know I've said this previously, but I am completely alone out here. The only contact I have with anyone is through the Garmin, which is kind of a blessing and a curse in a way. Another reason I haven't really gotten anything done this week is because on Friday I was sitting around here procrastinating on what I was going to be doing next, and Samantha went down the trail, which is just behind me. And she was acting a little bit strange, barking really persistently, for me to come take a look at what she had found. So I wandered down there with my 22 and my shotgun, and lo and behold, there was a porcupine. So I actually ate porcupine last year, had it. It was good. Roast porcupine is delicious, especially when you're really hungry. I haven't had any red meat in almost 2 months. Today is 7 weeks since I've left civilization, and the last meal I had was A&W, which was not my preference, but that's all they had where I was. And so I haven't eaten any red meat since then, if that is even red meat, which I wouldn't be surprised if it's not. But yeah, so here I am. I told my mom on Friday I got the porcupine, and I shot it in the head with a 22. It went down like nobody's business. I came back, I cleaned, I gutted it. I saw messages from my friend the day before saying that, basically there's nothing he can do for me right now. It's summertime, he's too busy. So I am here for the moment, and probably for the foreseeable future, which doesn't bother me. I have up and down days. It's really hard to describe to you exactly, the emotions that you go through. It's a very, 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 very slow pace here. Only things I have to do to keep myself occupied are projects. I actually had a little interesting, I know I'm kind of digressing right now, but I had a little interesting read of my journal yesterday. I used to keep a journal. I haven't been keeping it properly since I got here. And, well, I haven't been keeping it properly over the last year, basically. And, yeah, I have a list in there of all the things that I wanted and all the things that I want to accomplish and all that stuff. And I have 80% or more of that list. And the other 20% that I don't have is not a necessity. So that kind of basically makes me understand why I might be struggling a little bit here, because I look around and there really isn't anything I need to do. There are things that I should do, there are things that I can do, but I spend a lot of time, like I said, procrastinating. When you get down to it, there's just no way to make something the way you have it in your mind out here. I don't have any power tools. I don't have a chainsaw. Everything I do is by hand. So it gets a little bit complicated when I have this grandiose idea, this imaginative idea in my mind about what I want to put down, but it's not there. So yeah, this video you're getting a total view of the lake. And I'll go back to my story regarding my mom. There's my sled in my cabin on the left there, just so you know we haven't gone too far. And right up above us is the peak of the shelter. I did build this whole shelter from nothing this year, so I'm pretty happy with that. I use it all the time, every day I'm out here. If it's raining, it's good, whatever, who cares? So yeah, I caught a porcupine. I saw some messages from my mom, and I had been thinking about it, and I told her, I said, just listen, I need to focus. I'm going to be here for a bit, and I can't have the distraction of the Garmin, because, I mean, she understands all this. It wasn't in so many words, but it just makes me sad, and it brings me back to where I want to go. I want to go home. I want to hug my mom. I want to go for $50 Dairy Queen, just the two of us. Like, ridiculous how expensive things are. But anyways, Sam's here. Hey, Sam. What a nice woman. Oh, you're such a nice girl. So anyways, yeah. I told her I wanted to take a break from the Garmin until August 24th. Oops, smacked my nose. On August 24th, it will be exactly 18 months since I started this journey, a year and a half. And I will have spent seriously, just over 9 months here, 9 months in one day. And I will have spent 8 months and 29 days out. So that is where my current date for turning back the Garmin and going back to my weekly little discussions with Mom. The Garmin is definitely not a good thing. In the midst of all my messaging with her, telling her I was going to take a break and that I needed to focus, she supported me, and I heard something in the forest, and guess what? Second porcupine. So I haven't seen a porcupine the entire time I've been here, and then in one day I got 2 in 3 hours. I imagine that they were probably together. I don't know. Porcupines mating for life? That sounds a little far-fetched to me, but sure. Or maybe one was male, one was female. They both appeared to have the same anatomy to me. They both looked female, but I have no idea. Maybe a porcupine has a hemipenis. I'm not sure. Either way, long story short, I walked up to the second one, capped it off, came back and cleaned it. I almost regretted killing the second one, to be honest with you, because I had one and I didn't feel like I needed to, but the opportunity was there and I had to do the math. And you can get a decent amount of meat off of porcupine, but the thing is that the hide is just so much to work. It's just like, it's not like skinning something else where it's, you know, you have to be careful of your hands, you have to wear gloves, the hide is thick, it's tough. Anyways, long story short, 2 porcupines. Just real quickly here, there's the last half of the second one. Today is Sunday, so I ate half of one on the Friday where I killed it. And yesterday, I spent cooking and preparing the porcupine so that it can be done up for a stew. And of course, I ate a bunch of it throughout the day. And then it is currently just before 5 o'clock, so I woke up yesterday, or I woke up this morning rather, and I made myself porcupine curry, which took a few hours to make. I made it really slow. It turned out pretty good. It needs to be thickened. The cooking timing on a fire is not the same as in a kitchen, so whatever. I gotta wrap this up soon. I'm already over 10 minutes. The bugs this week, I don't want to jinx myself. Today is not really a great example, but as far as concerned from before, the bugs have seriously receded, which is a blessing. I'm so grateful for that, because it was just every day you wake up, come outside and deal with them until you fall asleep, because as I've probably said before, they've made way into the cabin. I have no idea how. I think it's through the roof. Can't tear the roof off because I don't have supplies to fix it, and it's just another one of these things. Now, I think I had a couple more things I wanted to say. I can't really remember offhand. I do want to mention that one of the things that's kind of got me down around here is that everything is connected. So by me doing one thing, it's going to lead to another. And sometimes I just look and I'm like, am I going to even use or need that? Like, this cabin over here, I have all these amazing plans for this cabin. Sorry, the sun's a little bit in the lens. There's nothing I could do. The glory of the sun is taking over. But that cabin, perfect little sleeping quarters, has enough room to build a very small fireplace, make a bed, make a bookshelf, put my books in there, have like a nice off the ground bed, place for the dogs to sleep. It's a small shelter. It'll easily keep warm in the winter if it had a fireplace. You know? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stay long enough to make that worthwhile, and I don't want to go tearing apart somebody else's work and trying to make it my own only to leave halfway through being done. I have no idea what's going on here. I do know this, though. August 24th will be 9 months, 1 day in here, Lake Purgatory, and 8 months, 29 days out. November 24th is 1 year, Lake Purgatory, 8 months, 29 days out. Oh, something just made a loud sound way over there. I have to stop talking in this video, go see what that is. Sorry, I'm just listening. I'm going to end it here, but not because of the sound, more because of the time. But yeah, November 24th. Oh, that's 5 o'clock prayer too. I pray every day at 5 o'clock. No, I don't shove my Christianity down your throat, but I am Christian and I do pray every day at 5 o'clock. So I especially have to end this in the next minute, which is totally fine. Yeah, so November 24th will be 1 year in, 9 months out, and then February 24th, that would be 15 months in and 9 months out. That would be 2 years since I started this journey. I would really like to stay here till February 24th. I don't think that's very likely. My next goal before that is Christmas. I'd like to stay for Christmas and the New Year. I think that's possible, but not guaranteeing it. And a lot of it relies upon whether or not I can get a kill, a large kill. And then my next goal is November 24th. I know I'm going to make August 24th, no problem. So I'll see you next week with a new video. I've got my prayer coming on here and something in the bush. Take care from Lake Purgatory. Mountain Troll out.